Hey there, Aquarius Sun, Aquarius Moon, Aquarius Rising. Welcome to the bonus reading. It's actually for the Sun sign scene of Sun Aquarius. So, by the way, happy birthday to you. I wanted to pull some cards to see how to best use this energy. Spirit has a lot to say to you. Okay, so let's go. You have the card of home, so it's a root chakra. When I first started doing these readings like a week ago, I got half of them done and then I had to pause. Everybody was getting root chakra. Today, I'm almost done and with the second half, and you guys got a root chakra. It's the first time it's shown up. So it is definitely about in this air and energy of Aquarius, where everything is, so expanded and so much about of the air energy. It's as above, so below. It is about manifesting and creating, and it's about creating that strong, solid foundation. You have the card of home, and this little ferret, cute little dude there. He's like all nestled up and he's snug in his little hammock. I had a friend who raised ferrets, and she actually would put hammocks in there, and they would literally sleep in the hammocks. So yes, they actually do that. So it says shelter and safety, nurturing and warmth. Shelter, safety, nurturing, and warmth. Make sure that you are taking care of these things that make you feel safe and sheltered and nurtured. And it is like every time the sun comes back into Aquarius, whether it is sun, moon, or rising, it brings this energy of a kind of a rebirth. And then we have the lunar new year that starts every year with you guys, and so there's almost this need to pull your energy a little bit in and to take care of yourself and to give yourself what it is that you need. You have so much going on here with the cards that are coming out. So rose quartz, inner child. Let's talk about that for a minute, because we have Chiron going to, during your sun sign season, actually they're close enough now. Jupiter is conjuncting with Chiron. It's not exact until like the first, right around the full moon that comes up on the 5th. And they come into exact conjunction, but there's this energy of expanding and the healing energy around the inner child. So what do you need to do to feel better about things that happened that scarred, triggered, damaged, whatever you want to call it, your sense of feeling safe and loved and nurtured as a child? And so oftentimes, Aquarius has this, I'm going to go with unusual, try not to be triggered by that word, but you have a unique energy signature. I have 2 Aquarian children. They're not like each other. So not only are you different in a lot of ways in the way you view things and see things and manage things, you're not even like each other, right? And so you cannot put you guys into easily into a pigeonhole and say that's what they are. And just when you think you figure out an Aquarius, then you find out, no, that wasn't it either. And in fact, the reason I got into astrology was because I was trying to understand my Aquarian middle schooler. And out of desperation, I was in a very small town, and I went to the library, and I'm in the self-help book that's really literally only like 7 feet wide and 3 rows high. And there was this book on astrology, and it said, understand your teenager. And I thought, oh my God, I'll try anything. And it said, Aquarians like to march to the beat of their own drum, but they like to write their own music. And I thought, oh, and that was my daughter. And it totally explained everything. And so there I was, buying all 3 of the different books that they had on astrology. And so nobody else in that town knows anything about astrology because I bought all the books. And I was hooked. And so you guys started my journey of self-discovery. And so I think that right now you're in a space where your self-discovery journey is actually affecting everyone in a very positive way, although they don't know it. Because you guys can see things differently, and you know things differently, and you put your stuff and your information and your attitudes out there into the world, and not everybody is ready for you. And so that's where the wounding happens, because you're not wrong. You're just really ahead of the time. And so it becomes really important that you know what the difference is. And so that's when you have to be able to pull your energy back in and give to yourself what you need, nurture and take care of yourself and love yourself the way that we wish the world could love you, but they weren't ready for you yet, but you're making the world ready for what's coming. And so you have a mission, and it's an important one. And it all it requires is you being you. Oh, I just looked at what this card said. I didn't even notice it. Okay, you have a mission, and then I look down, and we have the card of the teacher. Not only that, you have teacher and the source. All right? So, wow, I don't even know how to say this. Shattuckite. So, Shattuckite and the Divine Temple, which is on here. It says Master Teacher. This one says Master Teacher, and this one says Teacher. So you're here. You're here to help the rest of us. But you have to be able to do it from a place of safety and security and taking care of yourself. Venus is moving into Pisces. In Pisces, that's very healing energy. She loves being there. She gets there on the 26th, and she spends the rest of your sun sign season there. And so allowing that healing energy, and that healing energy is the forgiveness. Forgiveness starts with forgiving ourselves for any perceived things we may or may. You didn't do anything wrong. You're learning and growing. But when we can forgive ourselves, it allows us to forgive others. And so then with this healed up energy, then we can assume the roles, the mission. We can take on the mission. And for you, it's to teach. And it's to teach about the fact that we are really and truly divine sparks of the source. We have lapis lazuli. It says past lives. There is a depth, right? You can see the layering here. These are the lives, is what it looks like to me. It looks like the lives, the learning, the growing, in order to become one. And right now, everybody's becoming one. Either one with their pulling in all the pieces and the parts of themselves across all lifetimes and timelines and becoming more complete and whole unto themselves. But at the same time that they're doing it, the collective consciousness is doing this too. And it is a very messy, chaotic process. And it's going to get messier and more chaotic. And we need people who can stand up. But unless you are rooted and grounded, you can drift off and not. Manifesting something is taking something out of the air and grounding it. It is pulling our energy in a very, like this lightning bolt, like Uranus that rules your sign. And Saturn rules your sign. He's about structure. And so it's structure that can pull this in. So kind of like they're showing me the Eiffel Tower, which really can pull in lightning like crazy, right? It's got this structure that goes way up there, and it's basically the hugest lightning rod, right? And so, and it creates this place where it's actually, they're telling, really? Okay, this I don't know. I would have to investigate, so I hesitate to say it, but I'm going to tell you what they said because I like to honor that. They're saying there is something about where the Eiffel Tower was built on a ley line or something, so there's a power structure there, a natural earth energetic field, and that structure is constructed in a way that gathers that energy and brings it down. It's kind of like the Temple of Giza, but not like that. And so it was not randomly placed. I don't actually believe in coincidence anyway, but that's so interesting. Now I'm going to have to do some research on that. Okay, so this lightning bolt in your energy is kind of like the Eiffel Tower. You create with these two energies And Saturn is currently transiting your sign. He's wrapping it up, and he's getting ready to move into Pisces too in March. So he's finishing it up during your sun sign season. And he wants to remind you that the structures need to be sound and able to withstand the storms. And so it was built with steel or something, but all those holes that look like lace, lattice work, allows the flow of air through there. Oh, this is really amazing. Okay, so this is definitely an Aquarian kind of thing here. It allows the flow of air through there so that it withstands high winds and stuff, and it stands. They're asking you to stand. But it's got very strong rooted. It's really rooted. I would have to look at the construction. So I don't know what connects it to the earth. Like, I mean, is it sunk into cement? I have no idea. Guarantee you I'll be checking that out today. There's a need to stay rooted and grounded. Because what you're doing is you're pulling in all this energy. You are a great teacher. Now, you're like, maybe you're like, what? Even if you don't think so, you are influencing those around you. You bring a special dynamic to every situation that other people don't have the capacity to do. Unique ideas, new ways of seeing, doing things. Okay, so my son, who's an Aquarian, he's actually literally a teacher now. But as a child, he would play video games with his brother, an earth sign, Taurus. He'd get really frustrated with him. He'd get all mad because the Aquarian would be very chaotic in his gameplay. They're playing, and he would just randomly do things and win because the Taurus never saw it coming, because there's a certain way to play this game. In order to win, we got to do it this way. And the Aquarian says, oh, let's try this. Oh, yeah, look, that worked. Oh, that didn't work. That's okay. I won't do that next time. Oh, this worked. As they got older and they lived in different parts of the country, they still connect through video games, only now the Taurus wants the Aquarius on his team every time because his craziness wins. And it took him a while to come around to it, right? And so there are people, very fixed energy, that, and you're a fixed sign, but you may be fixed, but you're strong in knowing that we're all supposed to be in this together, right? Those four legs of the Eiffel Tower, and yet they all come together. Really interesting metaphor they're showing me for your energy. I'm very excited about it. So this past lives, accessing that knowledge and wisdom is going to become easier. When we incarnate, we come in with this veil of amnesia. And some people remember more than others, but mostly no. But I think that in this new energy, what I keep being told is that we will remember, maybe not our lives, but we'll remember the gifts. We'll come with more innate gifts, and you can see it now when you get those little 8-year-olds, or 2-year-olds that sit down at a piano and they play, Beethoven, and everybody's like, what? Right? So they may not remember the life, but they remember the gift. And I feel like, Aquarius, you have brought in gifts, and other people may not have recognized it. So you saw things, you knew things, you did things differently, and it kind of made being different in a very earthy energy that the world has been in for the last, couple thousand years, really. In that very earthy kind of energy, we're on this energetic cycle. It's really the last 200 years has been very earthy. Being different made you a target, but it didn't make you wrong. And so using this energy of Chiron and Jupiter coming into conjunction during your sun sign season while Venus is moving into this forgiveness and the surrender to the process energy of Pisces, if you will nurture and care for yourself and allow this to bring in healing energy around the things where you were targeted before, and instead see your magnificence for who you are and that you came here with this purpose to teach, and if you will set that free, you'll be healed, but more importantly, you'll be on target. I don't think we're ever off target, but sometimes we get a little misaligned. So it says, give to others, treasure life and all of its magic. And so, yes, they're asking you to forgive people for not knowing what they did. They didn't understand. They couldn't in their whatever situation they were in. And so you don't get any closer to being divine than the ability to forgive. And recognizing that everybody's on their own journey, but their journey is your journey, right? Oh my God, are you kidding me? So I was going to get you an animal totem, and there's this one that's blank in here. But what I'm getting out of it is not... Okay, so I would say if you have an animal totem to work with it, but it doesn't feel like that. It's not about working with the energy of others right now. It's working with your energy. And also it looks like a sun. And I want to say connecting in with source energy. It says source, divine temple, source. But it's the master teacher. You are pulling down this energy from the consciousness, the collective consciousness, and dispersing it and grounding it. But in order to do that, you have to take care of yourself. If you are not physically, mentally, spiritually, emotionally sound and stable, you can't do this. Oh, wow. Spiritually would be the spire at the top, and then physically, mentally, emotionally, financially, the cornerstones. So look around and see what needs to be nurtured and healed, what you need to do, because you're on a mission. And as we have Pluto start to ingress into your sign, I don't know why I can never remember exactly when he gets there, but it's soon. I mean, it's really soon. Pluto ingresses into your sign at the equinox on the 24th of March. So not the equinox, but at the equinox. So there's a lot happening. That equinox is just loading up with all kinds of interesting things. Okay, so right now, before he gets there, where he starts to transform the energy of Aquarius, get yourself stable. So take a look around. Where do you need to do the work right now to feel the basic needs are met, right? The shelter, the financial security, the stability, the mental health, the physical health, the emotional health, the financial health. What do you need to do right now? And spend, I would say, between now and actually probably when, at the equinox, a little bit, 6 weeks there, to really Get yourself grounded, stable, and rooted. Because when Pluto transits into your sign, now he comes in for a little bit, dips back out, I think in June. I want to say like right around June 6th or something, he stations retrograde and goes back into Capricorn for a little bit. He dips back in 2023, and then he retrogrades back out. And then in 2024, he's there for the next 2 decades. And so, big transformative energy. And if you're using this time right now, that is so many, guys. I'm not doing that. If you will allow yourself to use it, we're probably doing this one. We're definitely using that one. Well, what else do we have here? Anything else? Okay, it is this one, and I knew this because it has a unicorn on the back. And that's what I think about Aquarius, that you guys are the magic. You are the unicorns. You have so much wisdom, and again, the 4 hooves, though, being, wow, it's like the Eiffel Tower, right? The 4 hooves and the horn. You are being asked to get yourself together so you can step into that unique role, whatever it is. And it may be just within your family where you don't even see in your lifetime maybe the effects. Maybe it's the way you raise your child who raises their child that changes the world, right? I mean, you may or may not see it. That doesn't make your mission any less important. It doesn't make it any less important. You don't always get to see the fruits of your work. That doesn't make it any less important. So stepping out onto the path. So get yourself set up for this. Dear you, there is only one you, and you have a unique place in the universe. Sometimes situations come up that challenge you to be authentic, and that means you have to be fully yourself and to let go of being what you think others may want. Now is not the time to conform to other people's standards or expectations. Be proud of who you are and be courageous. Stand tall in your convictions. Being yourself is a powerful statement and will only lead you to success and ultimately happiness. Don't compare yourself to other people. Want what you have. Choose what your heart wants. And know that your purpose is yours alone and no one else can claim your magic nor take it away. When you place authenticity and originality high on your list of priorities and give them a prominent place in your awareness, extraordinary things happen. Your life is a beautiful one. Love you always and forever. That was the message from your ancestors. You are your own spirit animal. That's amazing. Or maybe because they don't have a unicorn in this deck. All right, guys. That's amazing. I'm on Facebook every day. You can catch me over there. Your full moon in Leo on the 5th, for the week of the 5th, comes out a week from now. And every Sunday, your weekly readings. You guys take great care. Do what you need to do. Get yourself set up. You got something big coming. All right, I'll talk to you soon.